Welcome back to the St. Andre podcast. This is the first ever remote episode. Feels weird.
Not like a remote control like you might be familiar with, but like we're not together.
Yeah, I know Andrew seems like he is remote controlled. Like
Hannah's so remote she's not even, you can't even hear her.
That's very true. Hannah, she is on a TV show. She's spending a couple weeks on set. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say what it is, but Hannah's been on it every day.
And she gets to fight in it.
Yeah, she's been doing fight training. She's a hell of an athlete. It makes sense.
I'm worried that she's going to outgrow us.
You know, this is a fear I've lived with for the last 2 years, is that Hannah is going to book a movie, TV show. That's just a stepping stone. Like a guest star on a network TV show, that's fine. We can handle a couple weeks, but I could see her being gone for like 5 months, and then we fold. It's over. It's all over.
We should really try to hinder her career growth. Maybe even start some rumors that like she's difficult to work with. Just stuff to kind of slow her down from leaving us.
Yeah, what could we do to get her canceled from everything but golf content?
She's already gay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my go-to. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. We'll figure it out. I'll be looking and figuring out ways I can plant evidence.
Anyway, Hannah's not here today. Sorry. Deal with it.
It's two boys, one pod right now.
Just like the good old days.
And we're about to have a third boy.
Yeah.
It's three dudes hanging out. We've been wanting to have this guy on for a long time. He is a wonderful human being. He's about as cute and charismatic as they come. So you definitely want to be watching this one on YouTube, even though we're not in our fancy studio. We're at home with our little mics. He's going to be at home with his mic. His name is Bradford Wilson. If you haven't heard of him, he's a great golf content creator. You might have seen him recently on a little thing called Netflix.
Little thing called Netflix, or his podcast, Group Golf Therapy. On Netflix, he's on Full Swing, Season 2.
He is. Yeah, he's one of the commentators, I guess. They cut to the golf content creators and pundits and things.
He's a pundit.
And he adds some context, and he's great. You get to see his fun personality. He talks about Ricky Fowler a lot. It's a good time.
It's very fun. It's fun when you're watching something and then you're like, I know that person.
Yeah, I've always been curious too about those Netflix docs and what goes into them, how much he prepped, how much he improvised. It'll be fun to get to the bottom of that.
Do they go to his house? Does he have to go to somebody else's house that they make look like it's his house? Is it even a house?
That's a great question.
Is it a set? I don't know. I can't wait to learn.
We're going to learn it all. I also want to learn about a couple other things. Sometimes we do these intros afterwards, so we know we talked about.
Yeah, we don't know.
Not this time. Andrew has a doctor's appointment. Is that right?
Yes, thanks for sharing.
What are you getting checked out?
That's a HIPAA violation, but yes, I do at 2:00.
Yeah, okay.
I got a new doctor. If you must know, my primary doctor is quitting. Not a good sign. So I have to find a new doctor.
Okay, cool. Great.
He quit the whole hospital, not just me. He didn't just quit me. He quit the group.
Yeah, you didn't get fired from your doctor. That's good.
He's going to figure some stuff out. Yeah. So
does it have anything to do with your last big medical scare?
I don't know. I don't think so. What was my kidney stone?
Your kidney stone, and then you had butt pains for about a year.
Yeah, I did have some butt pain for about a year.
That does feel like a HIPAA violation now.
The chiropractor helped me out with that one. Really straightened me out. Now I'm squatting like a gymnast. This doctor told me that.
So what I was saying is, we're going to talk about Full Swing and what that experience has been like, what the reaction's been like, but also he's kind of at the forefront of the whole mental health awareness in the golf space. So I got some questions. Would love any pointers he has, because this is a struggle out there. You know,
I would love for you to get healthier mentally. So this could be a great way for you to get some tools.
Do you feel that my bad mental health?
Not really, actually. You're probably stronger than most people I know.
Nice. The other thing is also fashion. He's also very fashionable, and so we need pointers. I mean, look, if you're looking at us,
I look like a prisoner.
You really do. You got millennial gray walls. You got a gray jumpsuit.
Yeah,
it's not great. We need help.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. I'm very tired. I've been having a lot of shows.
What are the next shows? We haven't done this in a while. People need to see in real life. It's electric.
Check it. I know. Just as electric as this. AndrewStanleyComedy.com. You can find all the dates. I got some club dates coming up. Very exciting. I'm going to be at Good Nights in Raleigh on May 17th through 18th. Then in June, I'll be at the Helium in Indianapolis, June 28th, 29th. And then July 12th through 13th, Cap City Comedy Club in Austin, Texas. Whoa. And lots of stuff speckled about. So AndrewStanleyComedy.com. Yesterday I did a fundraiser, and front row, middle, Zach Brown.
Cool.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Was he having a good time?
I tried not to look at him very much, but I think so. He didn't follow me on Instagram after, which I was checking for.
Did you chat? Did he talk backstage or something?
No, I left after the show. It was a fundraiser. He was just attending the fundraiser. I was the performer. He was just in the audience.
I mean, that's a dunk. You dunk on him.
Yeah, I'm building up my celebrity roster of people who have seen me tell my dumb jokes. And
who are top 5?
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey.
David Spade. Yeah, all the comedians I've worked with. I hope they watched. Who else? I feel like there have been some other weird ones. Oh, do you know who Brandon Lake is? He's huge.
Yeah.
He's big worship leader now. He's on The Fish.
Wow, huge.
104.7 The Fish. Ask your mom. She'll freak out about Brandon Lake.
For sure. If you asked me when I was 6, that was it. That was the pinnacle.
He's the new handsome Christian artist. He gave me a hug after I did my comedy, so no big deal.
Congrats.
Yeah, who have you been meeting lately?
No one really of note. I did do a comedy bit at your dad's church back in the day, like 10 years ago. And Kristen Bosworth and Hayden Christensen were in the front row middle.
Really?
And and I sang a Rod Stewart song, jokingly as a duet, and we all got backstage and we were like, "Did y'all see Anakin?
It's terrifying.
Anakin's in the front row, church, crazy."
Our friend Aaron Weber did a show at Zany's one time, and up on the balcony was Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban.
Jeez.
And he said that they did not laugh at all.
Really?
It's awful. It's awful when you know somebody famous is in the audience and all you really care about is how they react. And famous people are extra good at not reacting to stuff. So I feel like they're tough.
Dang, that's a sad one. I feel like Keith always be laughing, you know?
Yeah. He probably was laughing.
Nicole wasn't there to laugh. She came to that place for magic.
Yeah, she was hoping for some good feeling heartbreak in a place like that.
Amen. All right, enough of that. We need to get to our interview with Bradford Wilson. You're going to love him. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn how to dress. You're going to learn how to not spiral in your brain. And you're going to learn when Netflix calls and wants to interview you about something that's not true crime, hopefully, what to do. You're going to learn a lot.
We're going to ask him how much he got paid for that, so we'll know when they come asking us how much to ask for.
That's a great thought. I thought to ask that because it's very rude, but please do it.
I'll lead off with that.
Okay, sounds good. All right, please enjoy our conversation with the charismatic, the wonderful, the beautiful, the insightful Bradford Wilson. Bradford Wilson. Is that your middle name? Did you just combine them?
Yes.
Can you just put Ford at the end of any regular name and make it cooler?
You could. Aaron Ford.
Aaron Ford?
Aaron Ford. Drewford.
I like all these. I haven't heard a bad one yet.
It's like when they started naming towns and, provinces as they discovered this country. They're pretty much just throwing like Ville and Ford and city on
town,
the end of whatever. Yeah.
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 And then they got lazy with town. They just started saying 10.
10.
Like
Wilsonton.
Wilsonton. exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No
all
creativity.
right, we're not talking about all that. We got a lot to get to, and it's not that. You're a Netflix starlet, my friend. It's you,
Wow.
Millie Bobby Brown, Jeff Dahmer, and some others, but you're just rising to the top. You're a star. How's the Full Swing reception been?
Wow. Jeff Dahmer and me in the same sentence. Love that.
I just opened Netflix, and y'all, it was
It
was right there.
It was me and then him. Yeah.
It's more about Aaron's algorithm than it is about who's recently been on
That's
Netflix.
a good point. Golf and
there's
death.
there's a lot of anime on mine. I don't know what you're watching.
Yeah.
No anime.
Okay.
That's true crime. Yep.
Love is Blind. That's on
A lot
there.
of Love is Blind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I'm on Love is Blind.
Big
Flicks
Love
too.
is Blind guy. There was a question you
Yes.
asked.
How has the reception been? Full Swing launched or dropped, 5 or 6 days ago? Andrew and I are both like halfway through, like 4 or 5 episodes deep. How's it been? Obviously, you've known this is coming for a long time, but a lot of other people didn't know you were on the show. Has it been fun? Have people reaching out of nowhere?
Yeah, it's been really, really nice. I'd say, the most meaningful messages I've received are from like family friends and, people I'm only in contact with like through my mom. She has like this network of extended family and friends that she'll send links to my work. And anytime something happened, like, oh, I saw Bradford on it. Yeah, but this one is on Netflix. Big difference. The reception's been really, really nice. And yeah, people can be really mean online, and I haven't come across any of that. So I did something right, I think, finally.
Yeah. I love too that, I mean, how long did you sit on that couch and talk for?
Close to an hour and a half.
Okay.
I recorded once in Atlanta, once in your hood, and once in mine in LA. And yeah, it was about an hour and a half each.
Okay, great. And then they cut it down, at least the first few episodes. You couple sound bites an episode or so?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Couple
great.
sound bites. Yeah.
Yeah, it's best of.
Yeah, exactly. I hadn't gone through and like time stamped and gotten my stats, but it's all been a blur.
Yeah.
How many minutes you add it all up? How many minutes you're on there?
Yeah,
Cut
I
them all
represent
together,
exactly
released it.
4% of full swing,
Yeah.
and pay me thusly.
Yeah. Please
good.
put out a reel, a compilation, and it's just insane, jumping from topic to topic, one sentence, a minute-long clip. Yeah, there's for all of us. I mean, you and I doing content, golf content, Andrew doing stand-up full-time. I know there's a lot of family members, friends, especially older ones that are like, what the hell do you all do for work? You know what? And you tell them, and you're like, okay, but what do you do for work? You're like, no, that's it. There's those moments where I think it's validating for those people. Netflix has to be the top there. Like my sister, wonderful. She's always trying to explain what I do. It's hard, but like I got reposted on a meme page, Middle Class Fancy, and that was the moment.
Middle class fancy.
That's the moment where she was like,
Yo,
"You made
Finally
it," and I was
something
like,
they can
"That's the thing."
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Middle
Well,
class
that Netflix
fancy
great.
is the Netflix of Instagram. I mean,
Sure.
That's right. It's the kingmaker.
Yeah. It is the peak of our industry. Middle class.
like-
Ultimate legitimacy. Aaron, was your thing the Savion Bonk thing that was on there?
Yeah, it's that. It's that, and there's a dumb Law and Order SUV joke. It's stupid, but
Hell yeah.
they're in circulation. Those are the things that are like my family's finally proud of me. And
Yeah.
that's why.
I love that. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that that's yours.
It's no
Middle class
Netflix.
fancy.
Andrew, I know you got some. I know you like interviewed Tim Tebow or something, but your granddad is like, "What?"
No, in stand up, it's always like, you're like, yeah, I'm doing all these shows and I did like Just for Laughs, but like nobody knows what that is. But then I'm like, oh yeah, I opened for Jeff Foxford the other day, and there's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, that's not as cool as some of the other stuff I did, but
For
yeah,
sure.
whatever makes it real to you.
They're like, what? Did you meet Larry the Cable Guy?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, David
Yeah,
Spade.
that's how it works. They're always
I've-
together.
I pull that out when talking about you. Feel like
It's just the easiest to be like, yeah, I was good enough to be on this person's radar, and that's easy to understand for people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No small feat.
I want to know more about the actual interview process for Full Swing. You said hour and a half. You're there. How did what? Is there money involved? Do you get paid?
No.
All right, great. Exposure. That is, sometimes people are like, exposure, it's worth it. And you're like, no, it's not. Get out of here. That one? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real exposure.
Yeah, that's real exposure. Yeah. You've been in the game long enough. The exposure play is like, sorry, that doesn't feed my cat. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I could get a stable of cats now based off of what the exposure has opened me up to. So
yeah.
By the way, that's how you're getting paid for this podcast appearance. So I hope that's going to be okay.
That's what the next box
exposure.
at my door is going to be. It's
Exposure.
a box of cats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes total sense. And then I'm assuming, I know y'all had Chad, executive producer, on your pod, so I'm assuming y'all are pals. How did that reach out process work? Did they, they reach out to a ton of people? They just be like, hey, we want you to talk about these certain things.
So I have to give credit to Drew Westfall, my work husband, the king of GGT. He's the super connector. He's the glue guy. He's the gorilla glue guy. He knows everyone. And I think he emailed Chad cold saying, hey, we're group golf therapy. This is what we do. Full Swing's on its way out. I'm sure you're doing press. What's up? I'm trying to come on the show. He did. He gave us like 45 minutes in a hotel lobby. It was, I'm sure it was one of the more impromptu podcast episodes Chad had ever done. But shortly after that pod, he went back to a meeting with Netflix to, devise a plan for season 2. And they were looking for new voices. They were looking for, a voice of the people instead of like golf broadcasters and, proper capital G golf journalists. And one of the notes he got was, have you guys heard of group golf therapy? And Chad was like, shut the up. I just did their podcast. And that's how the conversation went. And I have to give credit to Christian Winters, who's also an executive producer on Full Swing. He was advocating for us from day one. As soon as Christian reached out, so I think he's the one who had actually listened to group golf therapy. He was coaching us up until the red button was on, till the red light was on. So between Chad and Christian, they got us ready. The interview process itself was like, we were in an Airbnb in Atlanta. It was like 115 degrees during Tour Championship last summer. And famously, when cameras are on, AC is off. So it got hot up in that room quick. Mm-hmm. But there were, a group of producers sitting on the other side of the camera, lobbing me questions. Christian had prepared me beforehand, like giving me the topics they wanted us to cover. And then Drew and I kind of compared notes and kicked jokes back and forth. And we were like, best thought wins, best thought gets on the show. So like, we gotta, punch these up. Christian was also a really helpful part of that process. And sitting in a room across from 3 cameras and a producer on his laptop lobbing me questions. And yeah, that was it. And that was how Atlanta went. LA was a little different. LA, I was in Dan Rappaport's house. So thank you, Dan, for opening up your home. Your dog is quite lovely. Wouldn't leave me alone. It was really sweet, actually. And that one was all on Zoom. It was just me, the camera crew, and then the producers were on Zoom, kind of in that same eye line. Yeah. They wanted, the continuity. And same thing, lobbing me questions and banged it out in an hour and a half.
That's awesome. So what did you said you were getting coached up until But I also know so much of this was filmed, during the year. I know they know some of the storylines, but then I'm assuming in post they have so much footage and they kind of piece together the storylines. So I'm assuming you talked about any and everyone. They'll be like, "All right,
yeah,
thoughts on Ricky?" Like that is the moment from you that I remember. There's a funny moment. You talk about the Golf Boys video, and you're like, I like this guy wearing orange. He's ridiculous. You had to just talk about all kinds of stuff, right? No way it was super curated by the time you had your interview.
Yeah, no, I talked about everyone. From Ricky to Tom Kim to Wyndham Clark to Rory, Keegan Bradley, Bones, Joe LaCava, Ryder Cup, that whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did it feel like you were going in for an exam?
Yes.
I feel like it's like you're going in and they're going to ask you all this stuff and you don't want to have to be looking at your notes, but also to have to be ready for that broader range of topics and people and be insightful and all of that. It sounds so stressful.
Yeah. Oh, it was. It was. You prepare your notes or whatever, your thoughts. For me, I do a lot on my notes app. And they would often say things like, if there's ever a topic or, a player you don't really know much about, it's okay. We don't have to go down that road. Like, just say what you can and then we'll move on. And one stumped me. One person I just completely went blank on.
Who'd you pass? Who'd you pass on?
Alex Fitzgerald. I was like,
Matt's brother, right?
Who? Yeah. And then the show comes out and then they do this whole storyline about exactly that thing. About like how
did they use your soundbite of saying who?
No, thank God.
Okay.
Thank God they did not. I was like, who? Yeah, pass. I was like, I could be walking past this man and not ever know that he existed. Didn't know a single thing about him.
Yeah. Well, that's got to be a scary part too, is you just talk freely for so long and you don't know what's in there. I don't know what's going to... that like you left being like, I maybe shouldn't have said that.
Yes. There were several.
I feel that way after most of these podcasts.
Yeah. Once it's out, it's like...
just post it. It's on the internet forever. On Netflix
Did
forever.
I say that? Right.
Yeah.
On Netflix forever.
Just Netflix. That's when you're like, I hope it's in episode 4, buried in the middle.
Yeah. Sandwich in between like Dan and like Rory. That way they literally forget I'm there.
So what are you what's your official title on Full Swing? Are you we were talking earlier, is it a pundit? Or are you a consultant? What's your title for that?
Well, so during the West Coast Swing, PGA Tour's West Coast Swing, I saw Chad at 3, maybe 4 stops, and he had introduced me to people as Full Swing talent. So whatever that means, he's one of our Full Swing talent this year. It's like, okay, I'll take that.
A little GGT FST.
GGT FST.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. The lower third on the screen says golf influencer, so I will take that.
I like talent more than influencer.
Yeah. Creator feels better to me. I don't like the I word.
Yeah, it's like we don't like that word at all, huh?
I feel like if you're a meme page or maybe don't make your own stuff, don't necessarily have a ton of talent outside of just posting online, which that's some people's thing, which is great, and they have huge followings. Influencer makes sense, but if someone's out there like putting out content, grinding, you could do creator.
Yeah, you could do I like to make stuff. I like to make stuff.
A little sacrilegious, but
a little bit.
Yeah,
we're the golf creator.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it right. Capital C.
Yeah, God is the creator and the devil is the influencer.
There you go.
Exactly.
Like.
That's how you put it through your homeschooled brain, whatever makes sense for you. Yeah.
I mostly, to understand things, have to put it in context of God and the devil.
Nice.
Okay.
Is that anything I should worry about?
Probably.
You should talk to someone.
That feels very cultish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good though. I'm not.
Well,
judging.
Well, it was honestly perfect that Bradford, that you were one of the talent creator influencers for this, because what y'all do on your podcast, Group Golf Therapy, you're talking a lot about mental health and golf. And so much of the emphasis of this season of Full Swing seemed to be on the, sports psychologists and the mental, headspace of a lot of these players as they're going through their year. And so that feels, I don't know if they knew that was going to be one of the through lines as they were putting all this together, but it worked out perfectly that you were involved.
Yeah, they did. And Wyndham Clark specifically, because they told us beforehand they were going to get his sports psychologist on the show. So they were like, this is a perfect opportunity to tie in the group golf therapy ethos with what Wyndham is going through, juxtaposed with Joel, like Joel's storyline. So that episode, as it was, told to us, was going to be kind of like our coming out party, but didn't go according to plan, which honestly, watching that episode, that's the one they should submit for Emmy consideration. That episode was incredible. I watched it twice. But yeah, to your point, group golf therapy is the intersection of golf and mental health. And as we can see, your brain does a lot of weird stuff when you're standing over the ball. Your past, your traumas, your everything can show up right before you hit a golf ball, trying to win millions and millions of dollars. So Wyndham needed that tune-up. He needed somebody to get in that brain. And it looks like she's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, she seemed great. I want to call her sometimes. I would like to have access to her.
Talk to her about the God and devil stuff that you got going on. Yeah.
She could help. It was funny seeing that side of Joel. I mean, as if I'm good friends with Joel. I don't know. Just like everybody else.
I mean, not know.
Swing. So watch Full Swing season 1. I was like, this guy rules. He's self-deprecating, but then also like maybe too much. And everyone's like, is he good though? And then
right.
The whole storyline, in case you haven't seen it, is Joel became famous because he's so cool and fun and funny and stands out in that way on tour. And all of a sudden he's famous and had a bad year professionally playing golf. And it was just funny, like seeing this. My cat's in the screen. It's fine. She's the guest star. Seeing this side of him, because I've met him one time and we played golf. It's on YouTube for Long Drink. It's very fun. And he was just a shark, full confidence. It made sense. He destroyed us. Yeah. And we drank a long drink. There's a cat butthole right in the screen. Stop, be a lady.
We don't see it.
Okay. I saw this like absolute sledgehammer of a golfer and guy. And then it's just funny watching the show. And, he's a mental disaster for a lot of valid reasons, I think. But it was funny.
Isn't it crazy to get destroyed, as you say, by someone who has this this perception based on the show, and then to know he is only I guess now he's top 100, call him top 100 safely.
Yeah.
There are, potentially 99 other golfers who are way better than him. That's insane.
It is insane.
That's insane to think about. Like he could go out and shoot 65 right now, but there are other guys that could like do that in their sleep. Insane.
For sure. Yeah. Like this past weekend was a split weekend. You had a signature event and then you had the other field and he was in the other field. Like you couldn't.
Crazy.
You wouldn't qualify for the big ones. And yeah, it is completely different playing and just seeing someone play like that. Everything's under control. There's never any panic. Or like I'll stand over a chip and in my head I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, I don't know what the goal is. I don't have a vision for this shot. It's just totally different. And he's not elite at the moment. And that's wild.
Yeah.
Nuts. Crazy. Okay, Group Golf Therapy. It's a great podcast. Very fun to go with the meat of it. Like y'all just have a great vibe. I want to know your mental tips. I mean, you talk to so many people about what they do to overcome certain things on a golf course. What do you do? What have you picked up on from guests? What are your tips to help solve our brain issues on a golf course? We got a lot.
I go back to why group golf therapy started in the first place. Just a very quick backstory. Connor, Drew, and I all played college golf, fell out of love with golf after college, and came to it during this golf renaissance, came back to it during this golf renaissance and found new ways to interact with golf. At the same time, all three of us were in therapy and we were learning about ourselves and releasing ourselves from binds and traumas and self-beliefs, and it positively affected our golf game. Pardon me. So,
not crying. That was a burp.
No, it was a burp. Yeah. Okay. Why does coffee like seemingly cool off quicker than like tea? Like tea seems to stay hot forever. Coffee, like I just brewed this coffee before we sat down and it's already
okay.
cold.
So not a mental health metaphor. I thought
no,
you were about to
I know.
drop some knowledge. All right.
It's kind of like tea is God and coffee is the devil. If you think about it.
No.
There we go.
You know?
We go.
I love Andrew never plays for the clips on these podcasts. He's a stand-up and he goes for the callbacks. So, you know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah.
We can't just take that out.
Never change.
No, it's great.
Yeah, so I go back to the things that made us want to start group golf therapy. Once we realized we had so much in common and got to know each other more, we started like calling out sensory experiences that we've had on the golf course. Like one of our meat and potato questions we ask every guest is, what's your favorite golf smell? So literally tapping into my senses when I'm on the golf course is easily it's the easiest, most tangible thing I can call on to ground me. Like one thing I like to do if I'm in the middle of a bad round between bad shots, I literally drop my clubs, look straight up in the sky and realize, and I think for a second, this is all so insignificant. Like I am so tiny. I am so tiny on this tiny, tiny planet in this massive, massive universe. What this golf ball is about to do is so insignificant. It actually does not matter. And when I'm in like the depths, when I'm in the pit, I'm like, this is the worst day of my life. I'm about to go shoot a 92. And I do that exercise 10 times out of 10, the next shot is like the best of the day. Wow. So that's a quick one. Like that's one you can refer to. You can do it with like if you can identify your favorite golf smell, try and go recreate that. Like for me, my favorite golf smell is when I'm a big self-care guy. I like my skin products. I do the toner, I do the wash, I do the sunscreen and the moisturizer all before I go play golf.
Just a wet guy.
Very
slippery. He's like
very
hugging
dewy.
a dolphin.
Exactly. I'm dewy when I'm out there, but when I start to sweat, you know, the products kind of evaporate a little bit and create this aura, this cloud of scent and product, right, that sits underneath the brim of my hat. And if you can get like a downwind kind of gust, it all just kind of wafts right over your nose. And that smell, whatever that smell is, it's heavy, it's a little chemically.
Yeah.
It's the sunscreen. Clean. It feels a little clean and also a little dirty because there's some sweat in there.
True.
That is my favorite golf smell. And if I can hold on to that for a couple seconds, it's a grounding exercise.
Yeah. How do you recreate it? Is it like cupping a fart?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
cupping a fart with your hat. Yeah.
Got it. But it's like the back of your neck or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when you fart under the covers and you can jump under there real quick and really smell it?
Yeah.
It's like that, but under the hat.
But under your hat.
Yeah.
Jump under there real quick.
Yeah.
Before
Dutch
before
oven, but you hold all sides down and just live there. for a little bit.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think out. I've told you at some point one of my favorite golf smells is gasoline from the cart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it feels like I shouldn't recreate that. That feels like a problem.
That's one. If you so happen to walk up on that gasoline smell,
Yeah,
you hold on to it. Don't
okay,
go
but I
searching
should.
for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I shouldn't
let it
huff. I
happen
shouldn't huff my
naturally.
bag.
Don't huff.
All right.
Also, you playing a lot of courses with gas carts?
Well, that's the thing. It's becoming obsolete now, which I know is probably good, but it affects me negatively, and that's all that matters.
Look, you ever have you gotten down to Tobacco Road? When you do, enjoy that.
Do you want me to huff gas, smoke tobacco?
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Yep, and play golf all in one.
Yeah.
Look, that place is magical. It's the freakiest, deakiest golf course I've ever played in my life, and they have gas carts, and it's a nice little throwback. It's a nice little time capsule, if you will.
I definitely
become a member there.
Yeah. What? Tell me about the freaky deaky side. What are all the freaky parts?
It's the course layout.
Yeah.
And they have these weird squirrels. Mm-hmm. They have weird squirrels. They're like, Pepe Le Pew cartoon where he'd paint himself black to make himself look like a cat so that he could like hit on this. Those, but like they're real. It's like
fox squirrels? They
like
call
a
them?
black skunk.
It's like a black skunk. It's the weirdest thing. They even sell head covers in the pro shop.
Ew.
Of these squirrels because they're so like they don't exist anywhere else except like in that area, that like Greater Pinehurst area. It's insane.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hilton Head has some weird squirrels too.
Yeah,
like
Myrtle Beach was down there, and there were fox. Yeah, fox squirrels. They look like half raccoon, half squirrel. They're big.
That's
On our
weird.
honeymoon in Mexico, one of those got in our villa and pooped everywhere.
You seen you haven't seen that episode of Martin, have you?
I've seen them all.
Why would you assume that?
It's been a while, so I don't know
Drew
if I
doesn't-
remember it, but I've obviously seen them all.
You don't strike me as a Martin.
I did a little bit. We're too young. I watch Smart Guy all the time.
Those that know. Smart guy
Get
too.
smart, is that what you're saying?
No, Smart Guy.
Smart
What
guy.
was Smart Guy?
Get with it. What? Taj
I don't know
Mahal?
Smart Guy.
What?
He was like boy genius. Tia
genius.
Tamara's brother.
He went to
Dexter's
school.
Laboratory.
All right.
Sure.
I watched Jimmy Neutron. Is it like that?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Keep naming more.
There's a lot of
white
smart guys.
sitcoms. keep
Steve
naming
Urkel?
them.
This
we're
is
good,
Family
we're
Guy.
good.
Like Meet the Browns.
Yeah,
What is
Family-
that? I don't know what that is. Yeah.
They're on an island. What is it?
Did you watch Family Matters, Andrew, or were you just step by
Yeah.
step?
I did watch a lot of Family Matters actually. Anything that was on TV Land, I watched quite a bit of.
Got it.
Yeah, Family Matters always came on right after Full House.
Sanford and Son or I Love Lucy?
I Love Lucy. I watched. I did not watch Love Sanford and Son.
We did both. I'm not kidding.
Okay. Aaron's a real one.
Yeah, we did both a little bit. I don't know. I really like the idea of because everyone knows you're playing with your friends. It doesn't matter. You can skull a ball and like, what's the big deal? But just taking that actual moment, and not just like as you're walking to your ball and trying not to panic and be like, shoot, I'm gonna have a blow up hole. Like just be still for a second.
Just be still.
Yeah, I like that.
Just, I'm telling you, looking up into the sky just for 3 seconds, you'll be like, oh, I'm actually really tiny. This all makes no sense. Golf is wild when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like there were at one time this whole entire planet was underwater. Then a lot of it evaporated. Now we have land. Now there are trees growing out. There are animals who can feast off the land. And somehow at some point in time, somebody was like, let's hit a round object with a stick.
This rules.
And try and get it into a hole.
And I'll be
What
in the cart and you're like,
are we
what are
talking
you
about?
thinking about? And I'm like, I just had a double transfusion. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's
I'm thinking
going
about
on?
how
That's
dinosaurs
smart.
roam the earth.
Yeah, you gotta. All right.
But then,
all right.
Every time I do something good on the golf course, I'm going to look up and go, none of this matters. Don't get too high. Don't get too low.
Come on. That's what we're preaching.
Golf nihilism. So what you're going for.
Nothing.
That's what we're preaching on group golf therapy.
That is like, depending on the person, those thoughts, that's either positive, and you're like, this doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. You're good. Or there's like, nothing matters. Why am I here? Why am I even out here? You know what I mean?
I'm going to walk into the pond.
Well, look, if you fall into the latter, get in therapy.
Yeah.
That's the litmus test. If you're like, nothing matters, my life is a joke, seek help today.
Smart. Today. At least listen to group golf therapy. That's the first step.
That's the first step generally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Andrew, what is your favorite golf smell? Do you have one?
Ooh, I really like it when you drive past a group of old men playing and one of them smoking a cigar and you get a little whiff of their cigar.
So you're driving past the group. It's not in your group.
No, I like it when it's a
Too
surprise.
Close.
I like it when it's like
and fleeting.
Somebody's got a nice stogie going.
Yeah,
I have that same reaction to a different smell of smoke.
Hey, we're in Georgia. You can't say that even online.
I'm not in Georgia.
I know, but you can't say it. The files are coming here, baby.
Got it.
Although in Georgia now, it seems like Georgia's found a lot of loopholes.
Yeah. And even like Delta 8. Like Delta 8's only legal because our governor hasn't heard of it yet.
Somebody was telling me yesterday about Delta 1. They got all the Deltas that are illegal that are basically doing the same type of stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're messing with that stuff, also seek help. Listen to group.
If you're doing all the Deltas.
Yeah, I have a lot of homework after this episode. I got a lot to figure out.
Aaron's going to need to seek some help after this, I think.
Yeah. Dang.
What are some of the best golf smells people have given as answers on your podcast?
One of the most interesting was actually by Chad Mum. His favorite golf smell it's like the singed sand smell after you clip a bunker shot. Like after you hit the shot, the smell of like a little bit of dirt that's caught in your grooves, plus the like polyurethane from your golf ball and the sand all kind of collect. It's like when you flick a Bic, it's like that metallic. Yeah. That
seems like an insult you'd hear on Smart Guy. Flick a Bic.
Yeah. Hey, pizza face, flick a Bic.
That is you got a bunch of anteaters on your podcast. Like that smell, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like I can envision it, but I'm like, I don't even. Does that smell like something?
It's so specific. That was one of the more specific.
I thought you were gonna say his favorite smell was Keegan Bradley's tears. Full swing joke. Haven't even got there yet, but I know about it.
Another one is.
Oh, go ahead.
Another one is the leather from a golf cart, like after it's been baking in the sun all day.
Yeah, I get that one.
Yeah, or like skunked beer. If you ever worked in a cart barn at a golf course, and you're cleaning up the carts at the end of the day, and there's 32 cans of Miller Lite that have been left over, pouring out that skunked beer. It's a very specific. It's the prerequisite for the question is like, if you smell that smell out in the world, does it transport you to the golf course?
That's great.
That's
great
kind of the
criteria
smell
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I think of smelling gas, I think of the gas station.
Same. It's a great
But
smell.
a little bit. I can maybe think about golf.
In context, good smell. Don't want to smell it in your basement.
No.
Don't want to smell it while you're cooking.
No. All right, we covered two of our big three things. All right, we did full swing. Now we know exactly what it's like to be on full swing.
Are there group golf therapy candles yet? Do y'all have a line of candles with golf smells?
Oh, they're coming.
I know they must.
So
be.
we have collected. We've done the research. We've collected some of our favorite answers from all of our guests, and a candle is nigh.
Are you going to title him like
skunked beer candle coming out?
Oh, there's a little bit of skunk beer in.
Well, Scandal.
So,
this one smells like your friend is cheating.
You?
Just kidding.
Doop. there's a candle maker in New York. Shout out to Cavern. We pitched them the list of all of our wildest answers, and we were like, "Can you make a candle from this?" And they were like, "This is wild and fun and exciting, and I absolutely can." So,
is gasoline one of them?
yes, there's a little bit of gasoline, a little weather, a little morning dew, a little cigar smoke, a little sunscreen, a little fresh cut grass.
A little barely clipping the sand and the polyurethane and the
Come on,
whatever the hell.
Talk
Okay.
about it. Yeah, come on, Chad, Mom. Yeah. So the morning 9 candle is what we're calling it, and there will be an evening 9 eventually. That for those sunset sessions.
And for that California smell.
Come on, that's right.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
yes,
We'll be on the lookout for some candles. That's exciting.
yeah, we're
Sorry,
really
Aaron.
excited about those.
You were setting up our third segment.
I was setting up our third segment. You are so fashionable. I mean, Adidas is just throwing boxes at you. I want to throw out some golf fashion choices and just give me an in or out, if you would. I trust your opinion. Everyone
yeah.
else should. Just any thought you have. Okay.
Bless you.
Mock turtlenecks, like the new kind of polo that's out and about.
Hell yeah, I love a mock neck. I love a mock turtleneck.
Hell yeah. Okay.
There's, I like to dress up like Nacho Libre on occasion. You know that scene with the blue polo. Come on, with the butt cheek clench. That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking when I wear a mock neck. I'm like, if I don't feel like Nacho Libre, it's a miss. I got to throw this mock neck in the trash. But when I do, it hits, and I'm stepping out confidently. Mock necks are in all the way.
Just
Okay.
cheek clapping as you're looking at guys
Cheek
at the club.
clapping, exactly.
Great.
Look at my fancy clothes.
Fun.
That's also the other side of mock necks. It's a little elevated. It's like I could throw a mock neck on under a hoodie,
Yeah.
and I bet you didn't expect that. I could throw a mock neck on. I'm going out to dinner with my lady, and it's like, okay, I see you got that shit
Versatile.
on. Exactly.
Joggers.
And everybody thinks you have a hickey.
Not no.
Dang.
Nobody
No.
knows.
Nobody. knows.
Joggers. How do we feel? You want to see a little ank?
Look, there's a specific type of jogger I like, and it's ankle forward. It's ankle forward. However, they have to be accompanied with no-show socks. Like yeah. I can't. I need to see ankle meat. I need to see ankle meat and then your shoe. I don't want to see your sock if you're wearing a jogger. There are some golf joggers that have like kind of a wide, long cuff. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see the cuff. Tuck the cuff if you're going to do joggers. Tuck the cuff and don't show me your socks. Then
Tuck the cuff,
I'm all-
flick the bick.
exactly. Hey, pizza face, tuck that cuff. Tuck that cuff. Exactly. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tuck the cuff. I don't want to see
know if I can
the
do all
sock. You can do it. This is an
gotta wake
audio
up
medium.
15
Aaron
minutes
is
earlier
Capris. They're
than
capris
usual.
after that.
yes. I mean, yes, they're bordering on capri. But I'm telling you, if you get it right, they also have to be you gotta have a little bit of bag to them. They can't be skin tight joggers. Skin tight joggers I'm out on.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me some material. Give me some material that you can cuff, that there's a little bit of sag and bag to. I don't want to see the sock.
Add sag and bag. Add sag and bag to your catchphrase.
The glossary of
Andrew.
terms.
Flip,
Yep.
flick
Okay.
the big.
Flick
Sag
the
and
bick,
bag.
flick the
Hey,
cuff,
pizza
sag
face,
the
sag
bag.
that bag.
Yeah. there's a lot of
That
good
feels
stuff.
like an Urban Dictionary or something. I don't know. Okay. T-shirts. T-shirts on a golf course.
Hell yeah, big t-shirt guy. Big t-shirt guy.
When it makes sense, right? Respect the space.
When it makes exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play munis 9.9 times out of 10. Yeah, I like a t-shirt.
Love it.
But I want to protect the back of my neck. That's why I like the collar, so I don't get sunburn on my neck.
Fair. That's very fair.
Wear a bucket hat too if you want, you know?
Yeah, you could go bucket. Or, when you're standing over your tee shot, turn the hat backwards, protect the neck that way.
Backwards hat.
You could do both. Yeah,
Ken Griffey Jr.
exactly. Backwards hat and sunglasses. Keep those UV rays out of your corneas. And
Do you think that wearing
focus on your
sunglasses on the golf course is cheating?
no.
Well,
in many ways,
it's giving you an advantage over the other players.
That's their fault, not mine.
They might not be able to.
You should take any advantage you can. That's legal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cut the corner, hit the right club,
Yeah.
Use
Jack
a
Nicklaus
Bridgestone
says-
ball.
Jack Nicklaus says you get 18 chances to give yourself an advantage over the next player by teeing your ball up. Take it every time. That's on par fives and par threes. You tee it up. Tee that ball up.
Tee it up every time.
Every time.
Every time. Wear those sunglasses every time.
Tee it up.
Tee it up.
The Bryson DeChambeau, I'm a little cab driver in the 40s hat.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's can't do it. Only person I've ever seen be able to rock that hat is Samuel L. Jackson.
Kangol, yeah.
Yeah, and famously, Bryson DeChambeau is nowhere near.
And George Wallace.
Jackson's-
George Wallace can do it.
Oh, George Wallace can. Yeah, George Wallace.
Yep. You made up for the Martin thing.
You did. I'm proud of you.
If it's yep. I was googling.
Love
I was googling famous black
Famous
people.
black men with Kangol hats. George Wallace and Samuel L. Jackson are 1 and 2.
I'm so glad this podcast is remote. I can research stuff.
Payne Stewart, he did it.
He also wore.
That was another one on the list. Knickers.
Yep. Thank you so much. I will be the only one on this show to say that word.
Yeah, my internet could dip at the wrong time. I'm just spelling.
Yep. Yeah. I'm out on those. Big out on those.
It's kind of what you want. It's kind of what you want me to do with the tuck the cuff, but okay.
Yeah, less bag than those. Less bag.
Okay.
And those go above the calf. That's way too high. That's
makes
intentional.
sense.
I want to see it go below the calf and also give me a cuff. Backstory on why I hate those pants. In college, there was a player on my team who wore those pants and never hesitated to remind me every time he wore them, like almost taunting me with saying the word in my face. So those pants, those
That's
pants,
not cool.
and that guy.
This was a Caucasian gentleman.
This is a Caucasian man from
was
South,
like, "Look,
from rural
I can
South
almost-
Jersey.
I can almost say it if I do it like this. You can't get mad.
Yep, literally.
Hey, Bradford, can't get mad. It's what it's called.
That's insane.
It's insane.
I hope
Yeah.
he's dead now.
He owns a bagel shop in South Jersey somewhere. We should go.
Nice.
We should go. It up.
Yeah, poison that
go.
water.
Let's go.
We should mess with those bagels.
Yeah, we should go.
A couple more quick one.
We should fill them in. We should fill in all his bagels, make them.
Plug the hole. Add that to the
hole.
list.
People will be like, these aren't even bagels. I'm boycotting this place.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are pieces. They're basically a big piece of bread.
I'm coming over. I'm gonna plug your bagel hole, bud. Get ready.
Yeah.
Poop. Big old big scoop of poop. Can I get a bagel
Yeah,
and a
we're gonna
scoop of
put
poop?
poop in your bagel holes.
Can you
Who's
scoop out the
laughing
middle
now?
and give me a scoop of poop in there? Just
Yeah.
a big old scoop of poop.
It's not an everything bagel without this poop.
Now it's,
It can't be an everything bagel without poop. That's just math.
come on. Number one.
Brad, are you so glad you did this? Are you having a good time?
I'm loving this.
Yeah,
Okay,
what's your
great.
favorite part?
Talking about the poop.
All right, we got a couple more. Let's knock these out,
No, we
and
did.
we'll get out
Okay.
of here. The little flap on top of golf shoes, like on the loafers.
Oh, the kiltie.
The kiltie, that's it. Yeah.
The kiltie. You know what? I'm here for the kiltie. It depends on the shoe.
Yeah.
The kiltie looks good. depending on the shoe. They're not easy to get on and off, though. I will say, I wish, God, I wish they were easier to manage because they look so good when you throw it with the right outfit. Like, give me like a wide collar polo, pants with some sharp pleats, and a shoe with a kiltie, and that's timeless right there.
Yeah,
you're Steve McQueen. You're
I'm seeing
Brando.
bogeyboys.com is what I'm seeing a little bit.
Yeah.
It's the general aesthetic. Yeah,
come on, I'm here for it.
The hats, the big letters, like,
oh God, like when TaylorMade came out with the raw
raw is a big one.
raw,
Yeah,
or
Blocky
like
loves wearing that. Teeth for Teeth of the Dog,
or like like BNDN, like Bandon, like big, like Kiowa with the KW8, whatever. Get that out of here. That's
I don't
it
love
looks so
it.
Goofy.
We thought about making some that say help, and we thought that'd be kind of funny, maybe.
Now that's funny.
You could just like several holes over, you could just see the hat that says help. I don't know.
Now that's
or
funny.
Or could just say attention.
Yeah.
That's good.
Give me attention.
Yeah.
ATTN. Yeah, the only one I saw that I kind of liked, but it wasn't the hat. It was more of the ethos behind it was Mesa Country Club, where we played Joel Damon. They're very lax, and they're very much like, wear a t-shirt, play with 6 people, but you have to be done in 3 hours and 45 minutes. Okay. So they had 3:45 on here, and apparently if you don't finish in 3:45, you have to buy the bar tab for the whole day for everybody.
What the heck?
So they're like, do whatever you want, just play fast. I really like that. So
Wow.
it was just 3:45 on the hat, and some of the guys were wearing them, and I was like, that's different. That's cool.
I kind of love that.
Yeah, I love the
That
idea.
might be the only hat I'm here for with the big letters.
Yeah,
And help.
okay, help. I'll get you a help hat.
Thank you.
Was there other ones? Fitted versus loose. I mean, we got the Malbon, like Jason Day, more fabric situation. I guess it could be either, right? Depends on what the fit is.
Like in terms of whole fit.
Yeah, I don't know about their holes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, we can find out. Make a couple phone calls.
Yeah, I guess
find
mainly
out.
the pants. Maybe the pants.
I like a looser fit pant,
Yeah.
but there's something so timeless and dare I say gentlemanly about wearing. Sorry, my screen just. There's something so timeless and dare I say gentlemanly about wearing like some fitted, pleated golf pants. Like you look like you know what you're doing. I trust you, not only to make this birdie for our scramble team, but also maybe to do my taxes.
Yeah. I get
Yeah.
that.
So
What about, are there any other trends or anything that are happening or you see coming that we need to know about?
I think just the big one that continues to irk me just a little bit is the kitschy little golf adjacent names of golf brands, like Beard for Bogey Golf. Like
That was very delicate. A nice way to dance around saying certain ones, which was good.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, like a golf pun
Yeah.
joke.
Golf putt. Yeah, man. Stop it. Don't do it anymore. You didn't reinvent the wheel with that one. Just stop.
Yeah, that was one of our very first conversations coming up with the St. Andre brand. I was like, it has to stand alone on a shirt and not feel like a golf joke.
Yeah.
It was very
Bless you for that. Thank you for taking a beat. Just a beat. That's all these people need to do is just take a beat.
Take a beat.
Be like, does this need to exist? Does it need to exist?
Yeah, survey the landscape a little bit. See what's out there.
See what's
A
out
lot
there.
of them out there. You know,
Just ask us. We'll tell you if it sucks.
exactly.
Just ask us before you name stuff.
That's
We
it.
know.
You come to the three of us. This chamber of
That way, that is. Let's do
minds.
that. Let's do like a golf
vote.
Shark Tank, and have
Come on.
someone pop in and be like, "I want to start this brand," and we're like, "Bad,
Yeah, don't do it.
don't do it."
But you didn't hear
Too
the
much
name yet.
alliteration.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We don't care.
Maybe we
do
start
not
with the
care.
name. So if the name's bad, you're like, It's like chat
Yeah.
roulette. You're just like next.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm here for
Just
that.
like chat roulette next until you get what you want.
That's it.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, we learned a lot. We learned so much You're the man. I learned how to be fashionable on the golf course. I learned how to stare at the sky and feel small. And also how to beat out Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix and be the new star.
Look,
I think you should try to get him more Netflix shows.
I think you should too.
We're going to try.
Try to leverage this into being on Love is Blind.
I mean,
Love Island.
I'm out of the market,
all
but
the love shows.
I would do so good on that show.
I know you would. Yeah. Okay, cool. Bradford, you're the man. This was a masterclass. I'm going to think about this forever. Thank you so much. We love you. And everybody go listen to Group Golf Therapy, Bradford Wilson Golf, right? That's your personal handle? Everywhere?
It is.
All right.
Everywhere.
We'll
if you want to see the most beautiful swing in the game, follow Bradford on Instagram.
Yep. It's the most marketable swing on earth.
God,
the smile, the swing.
It's a
Thank
full
y'all
swing.
for having me back.
Of course.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. I love that. It is a full swing. Thank y'all so much for having me. Let's do it again soon.
Please.
Love you to bits.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.